Welcome back, everyone. I am Camcom, joined by Cursive once again tonight. We have Dino Club on blue side, currently 1-0 up against blue. Blonde Toads on red. This is a best of three. Now, we have a very exciting matchup here because MSI and Quest have both opted to take the Spellbook rune.
Yeah, they're definitely going for a utility sort of build, right? Like they're like burn the TP early and then back and get maybe an exhaust or an ignite and set up a gank for a little nib is what I'm kind of thinking maybe.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, I do believe that they fixed the Spellbook Smite bug where it was like the 650 or 430 smite first and then it just never upgraded to the 950. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure they have fixed that by now, but we don't have that level 1 invade that we were hoping for in the champion select. That's what it's called, right? But no, just the solid 5 stack from both sides. 5 point.
Yeah, that 5 point defense, they're just making sure no invades. So I'm definitely taking a little bit slower here on the second game. And yeah, I went for the blonde toes right here. I want to see them make me a believer with this MF sort of comp with that TK. And yeah, we'll see what they end up doing with it.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, both of these top side 2v2s are very strong. The bot side 2v2s, maybe less so. Rim and Coach Kirk can both play very safe on Ezreal Karma. It's really hard to gank them when they have a Monster E available or that E available on really either of them, honestly, are excellent as gate tools.
Yeah, I think that the thing that's going to happen is maybe either level 3 or level 6. Once Chad gets, that depth charge and everything like that, if Lil Nib wants to actually cycle down to the bot side and try to gank it, like he absolutely could layer it up with that ignite on Chad and try to get a kill on maybe Coach or Rim or something like that.
Yeah, the level 2 was picked up first by Dino Club's bot lane. Maybe not what we were expecting from the safe scaling bot lane. So you did see Chad take a large chunk of HP there from the poor trading of just the level 1 to level 2 power spike. But Flash coming up from Chad misses the hook onto Coach Kirk.
I mean, hey, that's why his name is Chadthony, right? Like he just goes ham. He only gets one goal, and that's to just get that nice engage. We saw it on that Alistar in game one, and on this Nautilus right here, he's trying to do it again. They got a free setup, and look at this Hex Flash.
Yeah, it's just gonna be the constant hex splash into hooks now from Chad. I mean, he's just gonna go do it on cooldown. If it's not up, if it's up in 5 seconds, you know what he's already gonna be doing in 5 seconds. But we can look at the jungle clears here once again. They are again opposite sides of the map. Little Nib started on the bot side, full cleared up top, ignoring those Krugs. Similar story there from the Delightful, also ignoring his Krugs and just having a nice trade of scuttles. No level 3, no blabber fighting over some scuttles quite yet.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this Viego. He's probably gonna have to come down to help Quest. Like Dupless has actually been dominating Quest right here on this TK. So yeah, they're probably gonna try. Oh, here we go.
Oh, okay, nice charm landed onto Quest. They're forcing out the flash from Dupless, just not having any mana remaining on the Ari there. Just Little Nib, nice quick gank, quick in and out gank in the mid lane.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he didn't stay to try to push this out, right? Like Dupless is, I mean, he does have lower mana, so maybe he's not going to be able to push it as quickly as he had. And look at this trading in the top side as well. Okay, they're going to back away.
Yeah, both of them are just very low mana. It's gonna be Ornn auto versus Malphite auto, and that is not a 1v1 I don't think anyone really wants to watch. It's just tank v tank, auto v auto. Who does more? As neither of them have any mana.
Yeah, and I do like the nice vision line that they have set up already here on the top side. And this Drake is going to be spawning in 35. It is going to be an Infernal Drake. So with all these whoa, what are they? Okay, he's gonna freeze it right here. This is actually pretty big. MSI's probably should just back right here and burn TP, and then Buff is probably gonna have to burn TP as well, or MSI could just walk back.
Yeah, either one of them could just recall and TP back, honestly, because they need mana, and you see. Oh, Chad finally managed to hit a hook here onto Coach Kirk. Taken down very low on the Karma, but still holding on to the flash and exhaust just in case he finds another hook in another 10 seconds, which is about the life story of the spot lane so far.
Yeah, I mean, you look at bot side, you look at mid, like everybody seems so low. You look at top side too, like everybody is running out of resources. And I'm looking at Lil Nib, and I'm like, bro, like make
Oh,
something happen. Uh-oh, Hex Flash. Never mind. Never mind.
Man, it's literally on cooldown, man. Like, it's on cooldown for the next 5 seconds. Oh boy, I wonder what's gonna happen in 5 seconds. I could never predict.
I really thought he was gonna land something right there and like go all in, and they just like stood there too. And yeah, here goes another Hex Flash. We'll see if they actually do something. And Waff did back. He bought, he reset, and he immediately TP'd back. And now there's this huge wave pushing in into MSI right here, and he doesn't have any mana, but Lil Nib is here.
Yeah, no mana on the Ornn, no level 6 available on the Ornn or the Viego as well, coming in for a gank on the bot side, but you see the Delightful fighting over a top left side Scuttle as, once again, these Hex Flashes, I don't know what their plan is, but they're somehow working, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's like a psych out or something right there. Like Chanthony is just so like he's so out there.
Oh no! Oh no, Rim! He recalled Coach Kirk. Finally forced to use that flash, but again, no exhaust quite yet. So now neither support has flash, but Chad making excellent use of the Hex Flash.
Yo, he got that Q to land. What's up? And yeah, that's gonna be that Ignite going down as well. He's just sending him a little goodbye kiss. He's like, hey, here goes the Ignite on the way out. This is a huge wave pushed into the top side as well. And I'm actually surprised that nobody's gone for this Drake yet. Like, I feel like either Lil Nib or Delightful could have rotated down by now and actually picked that up.
Yeah, it is a first Infernal Dragon. I think that is probably the best first dragon that you can pick up. It's not a cloud, it's not a mountain. Ocean maybe is very strong as a first, but just Infernal, any extra damage that you can get pre-level 6, then the second that you have level 6, have that extra bit of damage, makes those fights so much more terrifying to try and fight for. As you see both junglers still level 5,
he took it.
Going in completely. His own first blood finally picked up by Quest, now trying to keep on the engage, but unfortunately has no mana remaining on the Tom Kench. Goes in, realizes that, and goes back out. Now looking to take that first dragon for Blonde Toads.
Yo, that was so hyper aggro by Delightful to take that Q. I was not expecting that. His team was actually backing away. They are going to go ahead and set up and try to take down this Drake right here. And MSI got some alone time. He's probably going to pick up a plate right here.
He could be picking up a plate, but he could also be picking up a death as the Dwarf has tried to find a kill here. He already used his ult, but meanwhile, Dupla's going to be falling to Little Nib in the Dragon Pit. He tried to play for a steal, was not able to find it at MSI. He's just being run down, autoed down by the Malphite. Now bot side for Dino Club caught out in a 2v4. Flash coming out from him. Coach Kirk not going to be so lucky.
Got him.
Hooked up, not allowed to walk away. Chad, the one able to pick up that kill, and Rim left all of them level 6 underneath this tower, and looks like he will be able to fend them off.
Yo, let's go. I called it, right? Yo, that's what we're talking about right here. This Blonde Toads is popping off 3-0, picking up the Drakes. They're going ham right off the bat. Pings are going down on this Herald. They're going to back by reset. Hopefully, they're going to rotate up to this Herald. Delightful Jew is going to go ahead and actually steal away the red. And that all started over a blue on the bot side with Delightful Jew trying to take away that blue buff and hand it over to the Ahri.
Yeah, Duplas, they thought that the blue buff would be free because the rest of Blonde Toads was taking the first Infernal Dragon for themselves, right? But then they realized they might walk back. They might walk backwards towards their own blue and find a pick onto the poor Duplas. No ultimate, no mana available on the Ahri, but now he has both of them available. Finds himself in a 3v2 now. Not expecting that for Blonde Toads. They face check both of the bot side members. Kicked away though. Chad forced to flash. Not going to be kicked away. Not so lucky. Little Nib looking to turn this back now. Finally arriving at the fight. MSI popping that ultimate. Only able to land it onto the poor Ahri. Going to be popped. Quest the one able to pick up that kill. Little Nib flashing forward, but not landing the charm.
Yo, they play around Lil Nib so well, right? MSI rotates down, hits that Ornn horn, gets that big engage, and that cleanup is there. The damage is there. And this time he decides to hesitate on that one. So they are going to rotate over, pick up this Herald, and I want to see where they're actually going to drop this. Who are they going to decide to pay off? Is it going to be the bot side, which is probably their main win con? Or, and here we go, Delightful Jew is in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he could be.
Oh,
But
I
Coach
take that
Kirk,
back.
he's always there. Coach is now also roaming to match Chad, and he doesn't even have to be level 6 on Karma, another one of the very strong roamers. Just because you get level 6 at level 1, you're always going to have your ultimate available on the Karmas. We see another big tank top lane. I really don't think there's going to be many solo kills happen up there as, ooh, Topeless, he is
Uh-oh.
in by Quest here. That is the ultimate from Tom Kench, remember now. But Quest auto down Dupless, he's just gonna fall.
Yeah, this TK pick is actually starting to pay off now. Once these tanks get ahead, they are so difficult to deal with, right? Like there aren't any tank killers. We talked about it in the draft into the loading screen. There's not a huge tank killer threat like they had in this last game. And there's a lot of trading right here on the top side. These tanks are really like fighting it out. And MSI needs to be careful because as Delightful and Dupless come back up, they could rotate to the top side and try to actually pick them off.
Yeah, now all of the damage for Dino Club will fall onto Rim Almighty in the bot lane. Unfortunately, Dupless has not had as great of a time, very far behind Quest in the mid lane now, and it's going to be completely reliant on Rim to do the damage that Dino Club does need to try and find this 2-0 victory here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the Sheen completed and everything like that. That Nautilus Q is just going to fall a little bit short there. And Dupla is still pushing in this wave, gets the Electrocute proc, and I feel like Quest is actually just waiting. He's like, bro, as soon as you misstep again, I'm going to engage on you again.
Yeah, and apparently Comet just popped onto
Yeah,
MSI.
I saw that. That was crazy.
I guess Bluff hit a Q onto him, but the Comet didn't pop, so Comet just waited until MSI recalled. I don't know how that happens, but that's a pretty funny interaction as, again, lots of trading bot side. Chad still has Hex Flash available if he wants to continue playing the Hex Flash spam minigame down on the bot side. But you do have Little Nib hanging around as well as the Delightful, expecting a 2v2. Hook does land onto the Delightful this time. He's going to try and jump out. Both teleports coming in from the top side. Coach Kirk completely caught out on the Karma. No TP available.
Oh, nice flash.
To the backline, but there's just not enough follow-up. The Delightful hooked back into bullet time. He's gonna fall off, forced to flash away, does not have the ult to try and go back in, and it's just gonna be a 1-for-0 so far in favor of Blonde Toads. Waffine spit back out into the rest of the team. Waff picking up yet another kill for himself. Coach Kirk now looking to be the next one on the table. Quest running him down on the Tom Kitch, but he's finally gonna fall to Rim, still alive. Coach Kirk trying to run away, but he is just not able to do it. Now on the board with his first kill.
Yo, that was actually crazy. The nice part about that is Rim did get a kill on that one. And I gotta say, Quest is actually a madman on this TK with that re-engage dive right there. I mean, it kind of worked out. Unfortunately, that kill that Rim got was that shutdown goal by Quest. So, I mean, that's kind of not what you want, but they are going to rotate over and pick up this Drake. I like that they are starting to make a little snowball happen. And yeah, I'm all on board. I'm a believer. These Blonde Toads came to play, and I think we're going to go to Silver Scrapes. I don't want to cast or curse them, though.
Oh no, I think you might have just done exactly that. I was going to talk about Little Nib has 7 out of 8 kill participation on the side of Blonde Toad, sitting very large on this Viego. Unfortunately, not up in CS2 the Delightful, as he has been pretty much spam ganking. That is how much they have been able to find this gold lead. It is still only around a 2,000 gold lead in their favor, though. That's mostly from, of course, the kills on the Viego and a little bit on Quest as well, but mostly due to the nice dragon stacking that they had so far. It is going to be, I think that's a 20-minute soul for the side of Blonde Toads if they do continue to take the next 2 dragons, and it's for the first tower falling topside as well, thanks to the Rift Herald.
Yeah, unfortunately, it did just hit 14 minutes, so they just missed out on that little extra cash in on those plates. I like that Quest had actually rotated up just to make sure, like, if they wanted to dive Waff right there, they absolutely could, and this is probably going to be a trade in the mid side, but everybody's here.
Oh no, everyone has arrived in mid lane, kicked away by Quest though, and Little Nib wants to find the re-engage. Just a nice hook landed onto Coach Kirk, immediately falling to bullet time. Quest picking up another kill on the Tom Catch, ulting into the chicken pen and not finding an Ari there to try and kill, but instead is just gonna lick the chickens down.
He's opportunistic. He's like, yo, I'm trying to take whatever I can right there. So I dig what I'm seeing, right? So New now just picked up that Eclipse. Rim had already finished that Sundra, right? So the next Drake isn't even up for another 3 minutes. So they're all rotating down through this river, and I'm assuming that they're just going to clear out vision, set up vision, and just try to lay down some protection here for New now as he farms out these waves.
Yeah, New now not going to be as big of a threat
Uh-oh.
as he was game one so far. Yes, he has an item that no one else really has. There's actually not that many mythics picked up by anyone yet at 15 minutes in the game. New now being one of the only members to have one, but still, you look at Little Nib, he is absolutely huge on this Viego. At this point, could absolutely just 1v2, 1v3 most on the side of Dino Club, and it's going to take a lot of CC to try and shut him down.
Yo, Little Nib on this Viego was popping off last game. He's starting off right where he left off last game. So the carry pants on this early game, this mid game, is going to be a lot on Lil Nib. And I like that New now is actually in this game, right? Uh-oh, and look at this. I feel like they're going to fight this out again too. Okay, never mind. Like, it looked like the way Quest is playing, right? I just feel like every time he W's in, he's looking for a fight.
Yeah, that is usually how you play Tom Kench. I've never played
Right.
the what is it called? The
Rework?
no, the Unsealed Spellbook. That's what it's
Oh,
called,
Unsealed.
Tom
Oh.
Kench. But I don't know if it's any different to normal Tom Kench, but he has been playing it very well here in game two tonight. MSI also carrying the same keystone, just not has as much action in the top lane. It is, of course, Ornn versus Malphite. Not going to have the most action in that matchup, but still very large team fight ultimates once we do start getting into the mid game.
Yeah, and pings are going down on this Herald. I believe that they're just going to try to rotate over and actually pick up this Herald, maybe drop it mid to crack that tier 1 open. But when you look at the side of Blantos, their tier 1 is actually just on the verge of falling over. If you sneeze on it, it's going to actually go down. So when you're looking at it, like, New now has to stay in that mid side until that wave pushes out, because Dupless will just be there to take it away if he tries to rotate up, and that's going to be a free Herald.
Yeah, we've seen amazing objective control from the side of Blantos in this game too. Game one, they had nice objective control on the top side. They just gave up basically every single dragon,
Everything
excluding
else,
the
yeah.
third dragon. And now they've found every dragon, they found every Rift Herald, and through these leads, they're continuing to scale up. They might not outscale the side of Dino Club, but they are putting on a very strong early game, and transitioning into the mid game here will start soon once they do start popping that outer towers in the mid bot.
Exactly, and yeah, this mid tower is basically done. So if they back here, it's fine. And I would like to actually see New now pick up a Shrelda's Grudge second item. You don't see it often. You see it normally on Lucian. I've actually... Okay, this is probably going to be a fight here pretty soon. Oh, never mind. He missed the hook.
It's okay, it's okay.
But I would like to see that Shrelda's Grudge on New now. You see it a lot on Lucian as a second item. I found that on MF, it works really, really well as well.
Yeah, MF is kind of one of those AD carries that can build a lot of items that a lot of other AD carries aren't allowed to build, just because you build her for her ultimate, especially in these kinds of team comps. She's not the kind like a Vayne where you're autoing for your damage. No, you press your R, that is the majority of your damage right there, and not a lot of ADCs can really say that about themselves. So she does get some very interesting builds like the Eclipse that you do see built on her now, and now we could have a very strong 5v5 here for Blonde Toads. They are up 2,000 gold, but that might not mean a whole lot if their Tom Kench is taken from real low. MF ult canceled, no more damage remaining, kicked into the backline. New now, he's going to be the first one to fall, but you see Delightful, he's taken down real low, no jungler left for the side of Dino Club. Duple's going to be the next to fall. Boff taken down real low. He is not allowed to live in between all three members. Rim and Coach Kirk, the only members left. They could look for poke, they could look for steal, but they just want to try and push out mid lane.
Yo, Lil Nib is a beast, man. Like, he is smurfing so hard. You're going to have to ban out this Viego from here on out. Like, this guy is playing so well. Chad actually lived through that, which is, like, the crazy part. Delightful hit a great Sonic wave. Uh-oh, this might be a steal opportunity, actually.
This is going to be a steal, man. Rim doesn't have the ultimate available, but Coach Kirk just almost steals it there with the Mantra Q. Just unfortunately, that Lil Nib did have that smite available, so that is the Soul Point Ocean Soul Point locked in there for Blonde Toads.
Yeah, they're snowballing so well. 12 to 3. Not a huge gold lead or anything like that, just because that Ezreal farm, I mean, he's what, 25 CS up over this MF. But when you're looking at this mid side, Dupless is having a really rough day at the office on this Ari, right? Like this TK is kind of just starting to run all over, and he's building tank. He's probably going to build some MR here pretty soon as well. And yeah, it's just really difficult for this Ari to contest anything where Quest is. And look at this, delightful. I love it. Oh, he's in trouble.
Oh, he's okay. He's a Lee Sin, man. Are you really gonna catch out a Lee Sin?
And
That's
probably
pretty
not.
hard to do, but you do see Dupless up on the top lane. Does not have that flash available. Does have his ultimate up, though, if he does want to try and run away. No flashes really on anyone on the side of Blonde. Toad's MSI is about to come up. Little Nib does have his, but he wasn't really up there for that fight. He's just trying to full clear, trying to catch up to CS, to the Delightful. He's still very much up in gold. It's just that CS number that hurts.
Exactly. And the way that Blontos are controlling this top side, it just signals to me, hey, we are prepping for this Baron already. Like, and I like what Coach Kirk is doing. He's already recognizing, hey, we're behind. We cannot lose the next fight. Next fight. Uh-oh, Quest.
Oh, Quest goes on to Boaf. Does not know that Delightful is right behind him. TP being followed up from MSI on the top side. He's going to be in. He's going to be spit back out right into MSI. Boaf forced to ult away. Not going to have that available for an engage now. Boaf being taken down real low. One more auto is going to find the last pop on it, but he's surviving for so long. Quest finally the one able to pick up that kill. Chad looking to find the hook. He's fishing for it. Not able to find it, unfortunately. It looks like Blonde Toads either continuing the fight or just continuing to take out these outer towers.
Yeah, and here on the top side, Dupless is trying to get something on the top side to try to trade the objectives away. But when you're looking at how they're just this roaming death ball right on the side of Blontos, you just have so many tanks, so many forms of engage. And if Lil Nib or anybody's there, it's going to be basically a GG fight, you know, for this side of Blontos. So they're still pushing away, and pings are going down, saying back away. So they're just going to reset back and by.
Yeah, they're gonna reset. You got the outer tower. You don't need to get the outer tower. You don't, or the inner tower even, and you don't really need to, you know, find any more kills.
Right.
Rim is still deathless, by the way, on this Ezreal. He is not given over any domination stacks to the side of Blonde Toads. It doesn't look like anyone has domination though, so that's just always like my #1 go-to thing, right? Is if someone is deathless, you're not giving them domination, and when you're in solo queue, I just know how tilting that is.
Yeah, and I gotta say, yo, they have so much vision control over here. Like, Rim is spotted out the entire way. They see this happening. They're already, you know, they're not going to be able to actually do anything about it. But I like what Rim is doing. He's actually recognizing, hey, I have to build a Last Whisper item, and here we go. That's going to be
the delightful flash hook from Chad, absolutely huge onto the jungler of Dino Club. This could absolutely be a free Baron angle for Blonde Toads.
Yo, I think they need to start this up. They better all go for this. Like, this is such a good Baron call right here. You got Delightful all the way down for another 20 seconds. You can either force a fight and turn, or you can just burn it down.
Yeah, you could. There is so much damage here on the side of Blonde Toads. We even have the TP commitment coming in from Quest as well. And there can't even be a contest from Dino Club. They could try to find a little bit of damage onto Quest, but he can easily heal it back up there through the black skin. They do secure the Baron. Bluff goes in right after. Still Delightful is not here in the fight. Bluff going to fall. No follow-up damage from the side of Dino Club. Dupless now the one next on the plate. Dupless hooked up, damaged. No more killing left for him. 0-5-0. Very unfortunate here for the Ahri.
Yeah, and Delightful just respawned. He's looking for something right here. Chad might be in trouble if he gets spotted out.
Yeah, the Delightful. Chad could be going down. The Delightful wants to make it look like a 1-for-1, but he's in a 1v5 on his own. Gonna be in as well by Quest. Spit out into the entire rest of the team. Chad kicked away to save his life. New now picking up another kill for himself on the Misfortune.
Yeah, and pings are going down on this Ocean Drake. That's going to be an Ocean Soul if they can actually convert this into that Drake. And everything is just escalating. It is blown up right here. Blonde Toads is taken over, and MSI, he's kind of caught out right here.
Yeah, he's a little bit caught out, but he did have to
Flash.
use this flash. That doesn't really matter though when you do have spellbook available on this Orin. If you don't have flash, that just means you can have another potentially very
Uh-oh.
helpful summoner. As we see 3 members of Dino Club trying to take away this Ocean Soul from Blonde Toads, but not having all 5 means you can't look for any sort of team fight here. Bluff now
Flash.
gonna be forced to flash, gonna be forced to potentially ult away as well.
Oh,
Nice
Chad.
hook, nice bullet time, absolutely huge onto the backline of Dino Club, but Bluff ulting in to stop and giving his life for the cause. New now once again picking up that kill quest. Again going into the backline, not able to find anything. Little Nib almost could have died there if there was any follow-up on the charm. Just very unfortunate that he gets to live even longer. And now it looks like Blonde Toads, they don't even want their Ocean Soul. They just want to push to end.
Yeah, they got the Baron. They're like, bro, like, let's not waste this Baron any longer. We got to take something with it. So I like what they did right here. They're going to try to push down this bot side inhib tower, and they are going to rotate Little Nib over. Oh, Dupless.
Oh no, Dupless, I don't think you wanted to walk up to the tower, buddy. He's gonna be forced to flash away. Does not have an ultimate available quite yet. Quest could be in trouble though, but Delightful just too far behind on this Lee Sin. Is not going to be doing any damage to a big tanky boy that is the Tahm Kench.
Exactly. And I mean, bullet time isn't up for another, we'll call it 20 seconds.
I was gonna say, you can't do any damage, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna try.
Oh, they still got him.
They still picked him up. Dupless going to be hooked in,
Ocean Soul.
and never mind, that's actually been a hook onto Bluff, and now TP coming in from MSI doing a lot of damage on the back line. That's just the power of the Orin. He does damage, he doesn't die either. Dupless so low on the Ori, finally has ultimate up, but Bluff finds a kill for himself. Dupless able to secure that one, but man, the flash ultimate from New now, no damage remaining. Hook finally does land onto Raymond. Will he finally fall in this game too? Actually, he did already die, but never mind. He's still deathless on my screen, but it is okay. Looks like Blonde Toads taking game 2, taking our series tonight to a game 3 against Dino Club.
Yeah, they're just pushing it down for the end, just straight up brute force. Baron is over, and they're saying, fight me, bro.
They are saying fight me, man. The Delightful, he's playing the Hex Splash minigame now. He constantly goes in on Q cooldown, and he just doesn't even care. And that is unfortunately going to be the end of our game 2. Not the end of our series, though. We will have a very exciting game 3.
Silver scrapes, cue it.
I think Silver Scrapes is for game 5s, but you know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
okay.
You know what I meant.
It's okay, it's okay. My client doesn't want to show me damage grabs. Oh, here we go. Let's see it.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Again, not who you would
Whoa.
expect to be up on the damage.
Yo, what a surprising little. Well, I guess Ari was sitting there trying to beat down a big old TK the entire time, so it kind of makes sense. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that Lil Nub is actually so far below. Like he was just getting all these kills and resets. But yeah, Quest on this TK just was just popping off. He's a problem. And going into this game 3, I don't know what you're gonna ban out. You can't ban away everything, right?
Yeah, you can't ban win everything, but what you absolutely can ban is Viego. Little Nib, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely huge. Game 1 and Game 2 on this champion. That is, I think, the strategy. And apparently it banned Unsealed Spellbook as well. But as we say that, going into Game 3, we will be going into a short break as well. Again, 1-1 on the best of 3. Dino Club versus Blonde Toads. Who takes the series? Find out in Game 3. We'll be right back after the short break.